Hi everyone, I'm Tjalfi. It's time for a new video for Raubritter, aka Robber Baron. Raubritter is a game placed in medieval Bohemia. It's a combination of roleplay and settlement management. And it's still in a very early stage of development. I think it's an alpha or a beta version. I think the developer already said it's an alpha, I'm not sure. And there's still much to go before the early access phase is done. But even at this early stage, I really like this game, and I think it will be the best medieval setting game on Steam when it's done. If he keeps continuing on his roadmap, and if he still keeps the contact with the players. So the improvement from the first version to this version is enormous. So please give this game a chance. But right now we are in the version 0.65, and it is the Feudal Lord update number 2. And I won't do a classical let's play, I will just do a kind of a tutorial and what's new. So I won't start a new game, I will just pick the game I'm playing right now and do some explanations there. So first of all, I will resume. This is the area where you start when you start a new game and continue completed the prologue. You start with a guy called Hamish, and there's a lot of talking. And this is one thing which is new, that there is a quest, and the quests are sort of the first steps how to become a lord in this world. When you completed the chat with Hamish, you will go to Petalin. Petalin is the one who's helping you out with some tips and tricks. And I'm on my way to Petalin. These stony buildings are not on the map when you start the game. These stony buildings are buildings built in the process. So, but first of all, let's go to Petalin. There he is. Hi, Petalin. And first of all, when you completed your chat with Petalin, you will start with the items I have here. You will start with 2 tools, 2 shovels, and 2 iron hatchets. And that's it. No money, no peasants, no nothing. This is where you start. And normally you start by equipping them. You just dragging them into the hotbar. And you have sort of a weapon, a very simple weapon you will get. It's called Knüppel in German. I don't know how it's called in English. Well, actually we can take a look what it's called. You have a club. Okay, you will start with these things and 1 club, and then you can start your career by cutting wood. You have to cutting pine wood. You have to cut pine wood. We go into the inventory. These are the items you can build without a builder's guild. A campfire doesn't need any materials. The builder's guild needs 5 pine logs. The mallet needs nothing, and the rope needs 4 phloem. So phloem is something you have to prepare in the sawmill. So first of all, you have to start with wood cutting. That's what we do. When you won't get 4 pines each when you start wood cutting, don't wonder. The higher your extraction skills, the higher the output. Let's go back to the inventory and create a builder's guild. I have 8 pine logs in stock, so press craft and it will be crafted. And the builder's guild is something you have to equip in the hotbar. When you've done it, press the button where you placed it. In my case, it's a 6, and then you will see a building or a shadow of a building in red. When you put it around, it's getting green. Green means in this position you can put this building. There are some options. They are written down on the right hand side. Press shift and the middle mouse button. You will change the height of the building. Just use the mouse wheel. It will change the position of the building, and press and with the left mouse button you can place it already. The B button should show you the building area. I've seen some games where it already worked. In my games, I think I just had one update phase of the game where I could use it, so don't be upset if the B button doesn't work with your game. It's kind of normal. So I press with the left mouse button, and this is where the building where you actually can start building production buildings. Pressing E, you will get an overview over the buildings that are possible to build at the current stage. Since you don't start as a knight, but as a, I don't know how it's called, a village hetman. You start as a village hetman. These are the buildings you can build at this part of the game. A banner. I will show you a banner soon. A warehouse. This is where your items like wood and clay and sand and whatever there is. A granary. This is the food stock. Sawmill, I think it's clear. The carpenter is for producing palisades and furniture and bows and so on. Well is quite clear. The bloomery is the place to melt bog iron into iron bars. The forester house is the hunting cabin and the fishing hut. Blacksmith is quite clear. Lumberjack also. Brick furnace. Well, this is the place where you produce bricks and mortar. I don't know how it's called. Let's see. How is mortar called? Mortar. This is where you produce lime mortar also, but not from the start. There has to be. You have to rise in the social hierarchy, and you have to unlock some technology to be able to produce some mortar. Okay, let's get back here. The charcoal kiln is quite. I think it's clear what this is for. The digger camp, this is new. I will show you later. The herbalist is new. This is where you can gather some herbs and get your people trained in alchemy. The fireplace is for cooking, and I think that's it. These are the buildings you can build when you start the game. Okay. Let's go to the banner. The first thing after the Builders Guild is building. You have to build a banner, because the banner shows you your social standing and the things which follow your social standing. So right now I am a knight. The next title to gain is the title of the Castellan. Right now I'm paying 10,000 silver bucks taxes each hour. Not each hour, each I think 5 or 7 hours. In 14 minutes real time. It has to be paid, so hopefully I have enough money in stock, but I think I have. These are the requirements for becoming a Castellan. I have to have 40,000 bucks in stock, and I have to have 60 palisades, and it tells you which buildings are unlocked when you do the next step on the social hierarchy. When I am a castellan, I can build a training center and a watchtower, and these is the number of peasants you can have maximum when you become a castellan. What's new? There is a button which says claim title. So you have to press this button when you have all the requirements, and then you will become, you will do the social rising. Well, okay. So, what else to say? I think the most important thing are these two. I will tell you about them a little later. But first of all, you have sort of a character side. The character side tells you something about your alter ego, the title, your wealth, health points, stamina, nutrition, and so on. And it tells you something about your armor, the maximum weight you can carry without being slowed down by the weight. The melee damage and the distance damage, and it shows you the skills. These skills are divided into craftsman skills, warrior skills, and common skills. The common skills are not implemented yet. The craftsman skills are online since a few updates before. The warrior skills are new, and you see I'm a really passionate warrior. Well, and concerning craftsmanship and warriorship, you have to know you don't do some research and put some research points into the ability you wanna upgrade. To become better, you have to actually do the thing you want to upgrade. When I want to get better in smithy, as a blacksmith, I have to do the blacksmith work. If I want to get better in extraction, I have to cut wood, or I have to do lumberjack work. I have to do some digging and some stone mining, and this is it. Or if I want to get better in metallurgy, I have to build some bog iron. This is something which is really important. You just get better by doing the thing. And since I'm a really passionate warrior, I don't like fighting, and I don't like hunting, so I'm quite poor at it. What's important, the nutrition thing. Nutrition combines water and food. I don't know why. Your character doesn't starve, so there's no use of feeding the character. It is food you can spare for your people. So I don't feed him normally. This is just because I wanted to show it in the German tutorial. Okay. What else? The journal shows you the completed quest, the active quest. You can see find Hamish. This is where more or less the quest ends. I've done some buildings, or I have completed some buildings, and I gained the title nobleman. And after this, I think a fighting tutorial should follow, and this is not implemented yet. This comes in December 2023. Now, the more or less most important list, or the most important two lists. You have peasants you can hire. In the last game, the peasant hiring, or in the last version of the game, you hired the peasants around here. There is Human Head. This was the place where you had to go to hire peasants. You didn't have to pay anything. It was just, please, could you work for me? Thank you. And then you had them. Now it's different. To hire peasants, you have to go to Petalin, pay 150 silver bucks each, and then you find those peasants on this list or in those lists. Normally they look like this, like Delrat. They don't have any skill in any craftsmanship, and by assigning them to a production site and letting them work, the peasants get better. It's the same as the skill improvement of the character. So, if you want to assign a peasant, you will pick, take the management list, click manage, or click at the production site you want to assign a peasant. And since Furrier is a sewing whatever craftsmanship, you will need somebody who is quite good at sewing. So I will assign Matei. When I do this, these things are getting colored, and you can choose which part of or which product you wanted to produce of those who are possible in this production site, and I want him to do leather, tanned leather. I think the same, I can do the same at the kitchen side. Peter is the only one who is without a job, and he is already a craftsman in concerning cooking. Assign him, click plus, and this is something which is new, and it is really, really good. I will first of all get rid of them. First of all, he is doing roasted chicken, and now to the new things. You have the possibility to hire extra persons who don't count for the peasants limit. These are called, I think, apprentice. Okay, these are apprentices. The first apprentice cost $300. The second apprentice $600. This one is with $1,200, and I think the level 4 apprentice will cost $2,400. So you have to have this in mind. Apprentices are nice, but they are expensive. So just use apprentices where you need a very, very high productivity. And I think when I was at level 2, my maximum level of apprentice was 2, and now I'm on level 3. My maximum level is 3 apprentices. But I'm not sure if this is the mechanics behind this. But however, this is a very, very nice thing, but it's a necessary thing, because now it's the next list. It's about the next list. This is more or less the most important list at all. This shows you the peasants' needs, and the ones who've played the version, the last version, knew we just had to take care of feeding them properly. And it didn't matter if I was a village headman or if I was more or less a castellan. This now it's different. You have to, at level 1, at the headman's level, you had to just take care of the nutrition. At level 2, I think the nobleman's level, you had to make sure they have enough food and furniture. At level 3, you had to make sure they have enough medicine, healing potion, and clothes. So, and at level 5, I don't really want to know what I have to make sure there. However, and this is the amount the people, the peasants need at the next deadline. And this is the amount you have in stock. So food is no problem. Furniture is a serious problem, but I have more or less 1 hour. There's more or less 1 hour left, so I think I will manage. Healing potions are no problem, and clothes are fine. And this is the deadline you have when you have to make sure everything is ready for the peasants, because this is different to the earlier version. If you have if you lack one of those items, the peasants will leave your village completely. I had that when I did this socializing, or when I became a knight. I didn't have enough healing potion, and after this deadline, my village was completely empty, and it's a loss you can't imagine, because you might imagine, because this is more or less, this is the second highest skill level in this game, so it's a really, really big loss. And this is the most important thing: take care of your peasants and make sure they have all they need. Otherwise, you won't succeed in this game. Okay, blah blah blah. Next thing, or what has changed in this game completely, are the high-profile buildings. First of all, the barracks. You can build barracks as a knight. That was different to the other one. The amount of buildings has changed. You have more buildings. There are more buildings possible now, and this is really important. The costs for building these high-profile buildings are immense. A church costs 2,000 stones, 200 beams, 400 bricks, and 100 lime mortars. This is quite a lot, and it's something you have to really work for, and you have to plan it. The barracks, 1,000 stones and something like that. These makes the game quite difficult, actually. In combination with these peasants' need, it makes the game much more difficult when it has been in the last version. So you have to plan this. And this is something I want to say. There are two skilled workers, or two kind of skilled workers you will need for this, and for the castle building too. And I think you have to train a blacksmith, because you cannot do all the blacksmithing by yourself. So make sure you start to make sure you hire a blacksmith quite early, and you have to have a skilled carpenter, because for the castle building you will need beams in abundance, and you have to have skilled extractors, because all the money you will earn is by selling normally the mining products, and you have to make sure you have enough material for building the castle. So it is really, really important to have high skilled workers. Okay, what else can I show you? I think I will show you the digging camps. Okay, here we are at my most favorite production site. When you're new in this game, this is where you find bog iron, this red one. Okay. This is where you find clay. Here we are, and sand is a little bit over there. And the people who played version 0.5 knew you had to build a workers camp, and you could assign a digger, a lumberjack, and if you have extended this work camp with a brick furnace and a charcoal kiln, you could assign a charcoal maker and a brick maker also. This is different now. You just have or these buildings are separated from each other. You have a lumberjack, you have the charcoal kiln, and you have a dicker cam, and this dicker cam has to be placed directly over the source. So this is different from the former version also. Oh, that's to say, I don't know. I think. Oh yes, one thing, but therefore I think I'm going to die quite soon. But maybe not. So. Right. In the last version of the game, your stonemasons or stonemasons, where is it? The stonemasons could be built everywhere. And when you assigned a worker, you could choose if you want to do some limestone or some normal stone. And it worked. This is different now. In this area of the map, you will get limestone, and if you place your stone mason there, you have to actually go there and place it there. You can produce limestone. If you don't have any stone mason there, you won't get limestone at all. The same with the normal stone. And since they implemented the basic combat system, the bandits will get on you. I am already wearing quite a good how is it called? Verdammt nochmal. Armory. Ach. I have a gambesson pants, and some nice leather boots and stuff, so I'm not complete unarmored, but it won't be enough. When I just had a club and nothing but my plain clothes, they attacked me whenever they got me. After I had some basic armor, they didn't attack me every time, but I think where we go, they will attack me, and I will show you how they attack. Shit, forgot something. Before I die, I have to show you something else. This is the school. And the school is the place where you can unlock some technology. Right here, the farming technology, and when you take a closer look at the small husbandry, you can see it costs 1,000 bucks, which is quite expensive. Normally in the last version it was about 100 bucks each technology. You have to have two of those required livestock in stock, and you have to have at least level 2. You have to be at least a nobleman, otherwise you can't unlock it. Medium husbandry, you need at least level 3. You need 2,000 bucks, and you have to have 2 pigs and 2 sheep to unlock it. If you don't unlock this technology, you cannot build this building. Well, same with blacksmith, the armoring and the full plate armor, carpenter, castle building. I think I can unlock this, hopefully. Yeah, I can. Okay, now it's possible to build a construction crane, which enables me to build parts, wall parts and stuff for building castles. This is I really desperately need, because if I want to do some steel, or if I want to produce some glass bottles, I need the industrial metalworking, or I have to unlock industrial metalworking to go to unlock the city bloomery. And the thing is, it's not just about the money and the social standing. It's about books, and books are something you have to produce in the church. the church. I don't know if you remember. It's about thousands of 1,000 stones you need. I don't know. I think I cannot do the. Can I produce them all by myself? No, I cannot. Well, the developer said I can work in the church by also myself, but actually I cannot. I don't know where to do. But I can assign a worker at the church, and I already did that. Why the hell is he not working? God. Das hat der für ein Problem, verdammt. Now he is working. I don't know why. What the fuck? Well, however, he is producing parchment. Parchment is, you need 1 fur and 1 water to get some parchment. And you need 20 parchment and 10 feathers to produce 1 book. So it's quite work to get books produced to unlock the really sensible technologies, such as the technology to which enables the Great Bloomery and the mining technology. So you kind of have to plan your city. In the former version, it was more or less quite easy if you kind of established a functional workflow. There was no problem in building these buildings and in producing the resources for the buildings. This is different now. So you really have to plan what you want to do, what is necessary for the persons and stuff. So it may city management is quite got quite difficult with the last update. And here we go. Now I'm more or less quite dead actually. What you see there is one of the stonemasons. In the former version of the game, you just build a mason, put it on the green plane, and could choose what's going to be to produce there. This is impossible now. There are some wrecks of former construction cranes on the map, and only in these positions you can build a stonemason. If you don't have these wrapped construction cranes, there's no way of positioning a stonemason. And since these are quite worthy resources, there are Raubritters or robber barons, and I will show you when they start spawn. So I can take a direct look. I see the environment around here. There's no person who's gonna kill me, and now I'm heading there. There he comes. You see? No chance of taking your bow and getting into range attack or whatever. You have to react directly, and you have to be very, very careful. So this makes the game quite difficult also. Well, I hope I told you about everything I know, and I hope you like the game. Bye bye.